hit my Marlon and Sean Wayans. We're brothers, we're happy, and we're singing, and we're, oh, my bad. How y'all doing? Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Marquise Harmon. I want to thank you for joining me here today in this very brief session of Thinking Out Loud to Myself, a web series segment spinoff of my self-published memoir, Thinking Out Loud to Myself. If you haven't gotten your copy already, please check out my website, iamrage.org. That's www.iamrage.org. Or for all you Kindle readers, you tablet readers, it is ebook ready on Amazon. Check it out. Thinking Out Loud to Myself, Marquise Harmon. The reason that we are here again, yet once again in this moment, meeting with each other, is because I'm personally sick and tired of everybody trying to validate my hustle. I'm sick and tired of of listening to everybody who they have all these degrees, they have all this education, all this experience, that think they're more qualified to do what it is that I'm doing, and yet they're not doing it. I don't need you to validate Marquise Harmon. Marquise Harmon is completely comfortable in exactly where he's at, exactly what he's doing. And when I say comfortable, I don't mean that, this is where I'll be forever. But in the moment, I understand that right now, in this moment, right now, as I stare into this camera and I come to you right now, I'm in the right place at the right time, and this is the moment. This is the hour that I was destined for, and the power of right now has the ability to unlock my destiny. So right now, I'm validating myself. I don't need you because with your master's degrees, with your PhDs. I don't need you to tell me that, okay, this is how I need to approach my segments. This is how I need to approach my business or the art of my hustle. No, I've already validated myself. The moment I got up this morning, the moment I began to work on this piece, and I want to thank Sherelle Dorsey, one of my fellow Hive 6 members, a part of Hive Global Leadership Program this morning. She kind of was the spark plug this morning with the social media post. And in that post, she talked about validation and how we need to stop seeking external validation. Today we come inside, we go inside. This morning when I got up, I was internally motivated. Why was I motivated? Because I know exactly what it is I want out of life. I know exactly where it is I'm going. This is my dream. This is my world. This is my bubble. I don't need you to look over into my bubble and say, well, if you do this, maybe you will get more responses. Or if you do that, maybe you make more money, or maybe you be a lot better. You know what? I'm getting there. Just give it time. I'm still raw. I'm still working, I'm still grinding. If I take your advice and I apply it and I do what you want me to do instead of what it is I'm called to do or what it is I'm supposed to do, I might miss a lesson in the process. Ladies and gentlemen, trust the process. I set out 5 years ago to achieve my childhood dream, and in the midst of setting out to attaining this dream, I was a senior in college at Eastern Illinois University. I was awaiting a trial for a murder case in a situation that I completely had nothing to do with. My life was at rock bottom. I'm validated in this moment because of what I've gone through, because of what I've experienced, and in the process, I began to learn what? I began to learn business. I began to learn the art of leadership. I began to learn the art of mastering myself, be going deep inside within myself, examining what's weak, what's strong, what needs work, what I like, what I don't like, and I began to play around with it. And like Picasso, I began to just paint. I took a little paint from here and I would stroke it there, and I would say, you know what, I can tweak this and I can tweak that. I'm not quite there yet, but if I keep working, the end result next year, I'll be one of the best motivational speakers in the world. And each year, I've gotten better. And right now, I want to thank you for joining with me. I want to thank you for allowing me to share with you my thoughts. I want to thank you for giving me this opportunity to think out loud to myself so that I can grow. I'm validated by me. I declared war on myself in an 8x12 prison cell. But in many cases, I barely had enough room to expand. All right? I've been, deep within myself in dark places. I know who I am. I know where I want to go. I know what it is I need, what it is I want. And until I get there, I'm not stopping. I'm not stopping. So my word of encouragement today, the moral of this story today would be, go deep inside yourself. Walk away from the television. Turn the television off. Turn your laptop off. Turn your cell phone off. It's not always pretty when you're trying to figure out who exactly you are, what it is you're trying to do. Sometimes there's too many external distractions or too many distractions. I'm sorry. There's too many people chirping. We're listening to that person. We're listening to that person. That person has a lot of money. That person's been successful in their life. That person has done this. That person has accomplished that. Focus on you. Whatever it is you believe, whatever makes you come alive, whatever it is you want to do in your life, that's what you focus on. That's what you focus on. How do I get better? How do I take what's already in my hands? How do I take this dough and these apples and this sugar and this pie pan? How do I make the pie with what I already have in my hands? Stop reaching externally for other people's validation. Most of the time when people are fixing their lips to tell you how to live your life, chances are they're witnessing and experiencing something in their own personal lives that they're not comfortable with. So they're going to call you out. They're going to make you believe that you're inadequate. They're going to make you believe that you're weak when in reality you're strong, and they fear your strength. I'm a really confident person. I come off like an asshole. I come off very cocky. Most people don't understand my story. They don't know I was homeless at 16 in high school and graduated on time when I had teachers tell me I wasn't good enough. Having football coaches look me in my eye and tell me I wasn't a good enough athlete, not knowing that, hey, I'm homeless really at home and I just want to become the best athlete, because in my hood, the only way of getting out the ghetto, the only way of getting out of poverty was through the football field so that I can get that college scholarship. And for him to look me in my eye and to tell me that I'm not that quality of player, yeah, right. I went to the lab. I went to the field. I was studying some of the best receivers ever, Jerry Rice. And the very next season, I became an all-state football player. They don't know that my mother and father were never in my life. Extreme poverty. I'm validated. I'm confident by this moment. I'm confident in this moment. And everybody, sometimes that your confidence can scare people. Your confidence sometimes will allow people around you in your circle to fear you internally. And when that internal fear begins to belly up inside, they're gonna declare war on you. You gotta watch who you keep around you. Watch who you keep around you, because a lot of people ain't for you. I done been through the fire in the last 5 years. I was 22 years old. Another man committed a crime while I was at work, and I am held just as guilty and accountable as this man. My life was almost taken from me. 122 years in criminal charges. And I'm standing here today. I done been through the prison, and I'm headed to the palace. I don't need anyone else to validate me. Whether you like thinking out loud to myself, whether you purchased the book, I'm perfectly okay with it. Why? Because I know how this story ends up. I'm living in my childhood dream. I knew I would be doing this when I was 8 years old. When I had a dream, and my great aunt who raised me told me that, boy, there's a message deep inside of you that the world has to hear. And God's going to stir it up. She said there's going to be a lot of turmoil and strife that you must endure. But I promise you, if you never give up, if you never fail, if you never let go of the promise or the prize, you're going to get there. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Marquise Harmon. This has been Thinking Out Loud to Myself, and I want to let you know that you have joined me in a dream. Whatever it is that you have deep down inside of you that you believe in, validate it for yourself. Stop reaching out for others to do the validation. For other people to accept you. If they don't accept you, you're not in the right place. Veer your angle. Go another way. I'm headed my way. I'm doing it my way like Frank Sinatra and Usher. My way. My way. When I say go, I'm in control. Shout out to Usher, man. Y'all know I can't sing or dance, but what? I don't even care. I'm enjoying the energy. Why? Because I validated myself this morning when I ate my breakfast. I was comfortable with the way I ate my breakfast. I was comfortable with the way I got dressed. I was comfortable with the way I look. I cut my hair. I'm going to grow it back out. Why? Because I choose to live your life the way you desire to live your life. Validate your life because it's yours and nobody else has the control over it. Again, as I said, ladies and gentlemen, until we meet again, forever I love you. Live life tomorrow, today, in this very moment with no fear, no pressure. This has been Thinking Out Loud to Myself. My name is Marquise Harmon again, and I am Rage.